And a very good morning out there. Weather 9 meteorologist Evan Hatter here in Fort Landon, Hampton this morning. A little pinch hitting action. Everybody needs a break every now and again. Just checking in on the forecast as we work through this Friday, the last Friday of astronomical summer, just about done with. Indeed, we officially cross over the autumnal equinox is on Sunday morning at 7:44 a.m. Central Time. So the only issue is it won't feel anything like it as we head into the day on Sunday. Really, anytime this weekend. High pressure across the south still in place. You see that across parts of Georgia and South Carolina. That'll continue to push off to the east. Slowly watching this little frontal boundary out to the west. That has triggered some showers across parts of Illinois and back into parts of Oklahoma. It'll slowly make its way this way, but the way the pattern is right now keeps things pretty blocked off, so it's going to take quite a bit to actually get that in here with the moisture that we need to kick up some showers and thunderstorms. We'll talk about it as we head toward the weekend. Cameras out there this morning. The White Squirrel Weather Nest camera overlooking the campus of WKU from Van Meter Hall looks, well, rather pleasant. Not a whole lot going on across the region this morning. We'll continue to see that as we work through the day today. Maybe a few clouds, but other than that, just heat and humidity. More heat than humidity, but I can't rule out a touch of mugginess as we work through the day. A look from the Sky Soccer Lovers Lane Soccer Complex, and you can see plenty of blue sky out there this morning as the sun slowly rises. We'll continue to see that. Kind of on the opposite end of the camera, but we'll continue to see that as we work through the daytime hours today. Temperatures starting pleasantly enough this morning, down into the 60s for the most part. Low to mid 60s, 64 is the high water mark right now in Franklin. 60 Morgantown on the north side of Bowling Green, 62 at the WKU Research Farm, 63 on the Warren and Barron County line. Same thing over in Russellville and in Scottsville this morning. So nothing too crazy out there, but it is just a touch, just a little bit on the muggy side out there. Weather across the nation, we are kind of stuck in this pattern where the troughs, the jet stream, staying well to the north, whereas we continue to see the influence of this heat dome, as is often the case during the summer. We're advancing through the weekend. You can generally see just how that air is flowing around the heat dome this morning, and that is going to keep it on the warm and potentially muggy side, especially as we head into the early parts of next week. Though, as we work more and more into next week, you see that ridge start to break down, a little bit of a trough trying to sneak on in. That could lead to some showers and thunderstorms, and that's something we need. You also see the tropical trouble that this particular model has continued to indicate could plague the Gulf of Mexico as we head towards next week. Still way too early to be talking about that, but it is something we will continue to keep an eye on. Locally, well, this is the simulated radar from our high-resolution rapid refresh model, and there is not a whole lot we can expect. Some of these showers and storms blow up along that boundary in Illinois and Indiana today, and they just don't make it here. They get to about the Ohio River and fall apart. We just don't have the moisture. Part of that is due to our drought situation, which continues to be rather rough all throughout the Wobbles region, really through much of the Commonwealth, and no relief coming as we head towards this week. This is Saturday morning. You see some showers and storms in Missouri trying to take it. Nope, not going to get here. Looking dry on Saturday, so if you're headed out to WKU in Toledo, I'd grab the sunscreen, though I guess with a late game, the sun should be setting, so it may not be too bad out there, but it is something we'll continue to watch. This particular model continues to try to blow up a couple of storms near the Ohio River, and they fall apart as we work into the day on Sunday. This is actually midnight on a Saturday night or thereabouts. So let's go back. This is the NAM with a slightly different idea. Again, it's got that little frontal boundary, tries to bring some showers in here early on our Saturday morning. But again, I just don't think there's enough moisture here to actually get those showers to develop. I can't rule out a sprinkle, but for the most part, I think things will stay dry. Even though this particular model says that by Sunday evening, if you're headed out to the WKU game, grab the poncho. It is a bit of a tough forecast because the models don't have a great handle on this. We'll continue to watch things and update things as we head through the weekend. But right now, I would have that backup plan ready to go. If you have outdoor plans, bring it inside, grab the poncho or whatever, but I don't think that is a certainty because I do think some of the models here are overplaying their hand just a little bit. This particular model says that disturbance out in the plains tries to move in with showers and thunderstorms as we head into the day on Sunday. Others keep us completely dry but bring more showers in as we head toward Monday. It is a bit of a tough forecast, and again, we will be keeping an eye on this as we work through the next several days. And speaking of the next several days, things are staying toasty. We have at least a 40 to 50% chance of seeing those temperatures warmer than normal, really in our area, and really staying warm across the entirety of the continental United States, especially along the northern plains where they could be seeing temperatures. They have a pretty good chance of seeing temperatures quite a bit warmer than they should be this time of year. 8 to 14 day, we keep the warm around, but not quite as much. The certainty is a little lower that we keep things warmer as we finish out the month and head into the month of October. Precipitation outlook, we're right on that edge of warmer than more wet than normal. You see that in the Gulf Coast, where they have a pretty good chance of being wetter than normal. And I think CPC, banking on the potential for one of these tropical systems to cause some mischief in the Gulf, a 40% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days in the Gulf of Mexico. And it's something that needs to be watched, but it is nothing certain as we look at the tropics this morning. A couple other disturbances out in the open Atlantic don't have great chances of becoming Helene, which never actually got named as we went through portions of last week. Potential tropical cyclone 8 never got named Helene. So that's the next list, or next name on the list after Gordon, which was a tropical cyclone out in the middle of the Atlantic that impacted very few, certainly not the United States, and Francine, which impacted the Gulf Coast and brought us a little bit of rain. Nothing like that on the way, though. As we head into the next 5-day forecast brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance, it is looking warm as we head into the day on Friday. Low 90s out there today. Grab the sunscreen if you're headed out to high school football tonight. Something we'll watch. Near 70 overnight, too, so it'll be a little bit muggy as we head into the overnight. Same thing Saturday and Sunday. We're in the low to mid-90s at times. Yes, fall begins 7:44 a.m. on Sunday. It certainly won't feel like it. Showers may try to sneak in on Monday with more scattered storms into the day on Tuesday. But again, model's not handling things well, so it's something we'll continue to watch as we work into the early parts of next week. I think there is relief on the way. Just got to figure out exactly when, because the models are not handling things well this time of year. So it is something we will continue to watch. That'll do it for me this morning with your Weather or Not Bowling Green morning forecast brought to you by the storm damage specialists at On Target. Have a great weekend out there, folks, or have a great day today and a great weekend out there as well.